Because what happens when we're flooded with triggers or our kids or emotion is this really ancient part of the brain, that caveman brain, that primitive dinosaur brain, that's taken over. That's called the amygdala and the limbic system. It's been hijacked, basically, amygdala hijack. I have a friend that says you can remember amygdala because it rhymes with drama, which it doesn't, but I don't know. It helps you remember it anyway, right? But basically, like that's taken over. And that means all the blood is flowing into that part of the brain. So if the blood's flowing into that part of the brain, where is it not flowing? It's not flowing into your memory. It's not flowing into your prefrontal cortex where you think things through. So it's harder to access all that stuff. So the more we have other reminders around, and the more we practice, the easier it becomes to access in that moment that we're in, full-on flooding, triggered, freak out, whatever you want to call it, basically. It's the remembering that's hard. But as soon as we do that, as soon as we start regulating our breath, as soon as we start bringing our attention to sensations in our feet, for example, then the blood starts flowing out of that alarm system and flowing into the thinking brain, flowing into the 21st century evolved brain, and out of that more kind of dinosaur brain, so that we can actually get ourselves out. But the remembering is what's hard. And the more we practice, the better. So one thing that we can do is we can ourselves and with our kids, like practice getting a little bit mad. Like this is really fun to do with kids. Like let's pretend we're mad, or let's listen to an angry song and notice how we feel. It's like, oh yeah, and now let's take a few breaths. Let's do some 7-11 breaths. Breathe in, counting to 7. Breathe back out, counting to 11. Right? Or a ninja breath. Do this silently as possible. And so if we practice by getting a little bit mad and then calming ourselves down, that helps us in the moment access that access that practice in a difficult moment. It's like you can't go to the gym and like lift weights that don't weigh anything. You're not going to build up any muscles. You've got to activate that emotion. We call it activating the symptom a little bit, right? So you feel a little bit mad, you work to calm it down. It builds that muscle in your brain, actually does build new connections in your brain. So you have a shortcut. Next time you're mad, the automatic response becomes do some ninja breaths, or feel my feet on the ground, or notice 3 sounds that I can hear at a distance, and something that gets the blood flowing back out of the alarm and into the rest of our brain where we're thinking things through and working things out. So it's about practice. I mean, everything in life, it kind of turns out, is about practice. It's actually really interesting, and just retraining our brain out of its old habits. But we need to challenge ourselves a little bit. You can't just talk about mindfulness. You can't just practice this when everything's calm and perfect in your life. You got to practice when things are a little tough, so that you can practice when things are really tough and you can really access it in those moments.